Since the very dawn of time, the idea of more furniture in Minecraft has been one of the most fire ideas out there. Today together, friends, we will be diving into the reality of over 1,000 new furnitures added to Minecraft. I haven't seen too much of this pack quite yet, other than like the 1.5 million requests for me to check it out. So, here we go. Inside of the shop today, our big adventure begins. For the price of 8 USD, over 1,000 furniture variants. Even better, allegedly these things actually work too. Or at least a lot of them. Now, just like the Naturalist add-on and a couple others that came before it, this add-on is not cheap. It costs $8. Immediately kicked off with a cave sound already then. Off to one of the starts of all time, here we have a book. We open the book and we get a little bit of information. In fact, 48 pages worth of information. I don't have time for all of that. From looking through this guide a little bit here, it looks like we have a bit of an explanation as to what each thing is, instead of like the recipe or anything. For some of the more interactable things, we have a guide on how to actually use it. No recipes, no big deal. I'm guessing all of the recipes will probably just be inside of the crafting table, where I assume all of the crafting for this new furniture is going to be done today. Oh, yeah, inside of the table, immediately scrolling through this thing, that is so much right off the bat. That's insane. So I kind of hate to have to be that guy, but considering the fact that I already started chopping down this birch tree, I guess birch leaves are the first one to go. And whoa. Leaves. Oh, that's beautiful. I play Minecraft Java mainly, but I'm familiar with Bedrock too. I didn't know we have the ambiance, vibey update of our dreams here. The leaves are falling as I slowly punch down this tree. What in the world? Oh, and the oak leaves over there too. They're just falling. Well, I did not brace myself for the most emotional, beautiful update of all time. I didn't even know how good I have. So let's say maybe I want to build myself a chair. We'll start nice and simple. Oh. That's a cheap chair. In the table, we go ahead and do it just like that, only 3 planks and 2 sticks for an entire chair. Now the aesthetics, this is like the biggest thing that I'm always curious about. Yes, the aesthetics. I'm always so curious about furniture, kind of actually matching the vanilla game and looking good. And yeah, sure enough, right off the bat immediately, I feel like this matches the vibe. It's kind of checking out. So it passes the vibe check, but our next big moment of truth is, can we actually interact with the chair? And oh, yes, we can, absolutely. Can I rock the chair? Can I move the chair? The answer is no. Oh, the answer is yes, kind of. Ah, yes, if I get in and out of the chair, it will actually rock. This might be the most fun I've had in Minecraft in years. Back over at the crafting hub, I think it's time we go ahead and make a couple of upgrades to our dining setup. Whoa, well, so fancy. I wasn't expecting such a nice sound of that clean particle, too. Nice. Hey, while I'm at it, can I get this stuff back? I figured. I've got to see it one more time. We place that down, this smoke and the sound. Oh, that's good. That sounds so good. And so, with the bare necessities figured out, I figured it was time to expand our horizon. So I like that table a lot, but there's even more tables where that came from. We have a side table right there called a small table. Then we have a proper side table. Then we've got a bedside table. Then we've got the medium table that we already saw. And if you're go big or go home type vibe, you've got the big table itself. Even better here, if you put the tables right next to each other, line them up perfectly, you can kind of link them up and get an even larger, grand table. Which I feel like is actually a pretty huge thing. I like that these tables and models in general are actually a full block sizes. In a sense, if you're creative with things, this might allow for even more different build combinations. Birch bedside table, you look like you have a door on it. Can I actually please? Oh, I actually absolutely can. Oh, but that's not even the real cabinet. And there's a copper one too. Oh, it's insane. Oh, it's genius. Oh, it's so smart. You have the bedside table that's a full wood vibe, or you have the proper cabinet vibe that's a clean countertop on the top. Maybe you're building your kitchen, then all of a sudden you're building your bedroom. Well, you've got different options, and from the looks of things, if it has a door, yes, it definitely works. It's got good sound and clean animations too. Oh, it's so fire. Alright, so from the looks of things, when it comes to all of this new furniture and decor, if I was to just say there's a lot of new furniture and decor, that would be an insane understatement. With so many different options, including maybe my most dreamed of desired thing of all time, tiled in just different versions of wood, there's only one thing that I could do. Armed with a small yet infinite handful of these new Minecraft blocks, I figure we go ahead and whip ourselves up a little build and see what we can cook up. For starters, I was thinking something crazy with the floor. The tiled planks, I really love those, and then I found this new one called flat planks as well. It's almost like stripped wood, except this time, it kind of has like a whole tiled thing going on, like a polished granite or something. Speaking of granite, going into this one today, I had no clue. Like, it wasn't necessarily explicitly displayed on the marketplace page where I missed it, but andesite bricks? No, hold up. But what else when it comes to, oh my god, when it comes to other bricks? Calcite bricks. Wait, this is insane. Why wouldn't they have set this in the shop? Okay, so the granite one, that looks really good. That's almost like a copper and granite or whatever. It almost looks like a disco ball. Like, imagine that hanging from the ceiling. Like, I know it's granite, but a granite disco ball, whatever. And then the calcite bricks as well. I mean, it kind of is a little cursed looking, I'm not gonna lie, but oh, that's clean. Yeah, wait, I know this is kind of all over the place, but I'm really curious right now. How about the tiled wood? How would I craft that? Oh, that's interesting. Well, you've always dreamed of having different bookshelves? Ah, that's the vibe. It looks so cursed looking again, like that feels illegal, but oh, that is so clean. And now it's time for wallpaper. I have just discovered that we have not one, but like a ton of different wallpaper options. The biggest decision of my life. Do I go grandma core with these flowers right there, or do I go frog core with the frogs all over the place? I think I'm feeling the grandmother. Who in the world are you? So I was just building a second ago when all of a sudden this random man popped up in the background. It looks like something of a trader, but like such an aesthetic adventure with that backpack and everything. Interacting with the guy, it looks like I'm able to buy some of the other things, little spoiler right there, but also I can buy some of the other decorations as well, or sell some to him. Now, I don't think it necessarily matters because I believe you can craft like basically everything here, maybe other than the seeds, of course, but that's cool. Alright, so after getting distracted with all of the wallpapers for a quick second, which by the way is kind of like concrete, but like a little bit more textured if you look real closely, but you've got the plain wallpaper, and then you've got a detailed version of the wallpaper as well. Flipping around to get the whole rainbow here, I love the color of these plain wallpapers. These are going to work so good in a build. It's simple, it's blank, it's back rooms maybe even. The decorated patterns too, some of them are maybe a little bit more fire than other ones, but I guess it's all personal preference. These are so many options. Now looking through a bunch more of these options, I'm seeing even more insane looking blocks, which are really, really cool, but I'm also seeing even more different types of wood. I think so far, at my point in the build today, looking pretty nice. It's time we go ahead and put a ceiling on it, so andesite pillars. Wow, first it was the granite bricks, then it was the bookshelves, and now it's, I guess, everything else everyone has always wanted from Mojang, including slanted roofs. Alright, so is it exactly vanilla Minecraft? No, absolutely not. But does it fit the vibe of my beautiful build? Oh, absolutely. This one is actually expanding the copper family too, because it's called the copper trim glass. So walking up to my build, I'll admit it, from the outside of this thing, it's not exactly the masterpiece I was dreaming of. However, on the inside of it, I mean, so far, this is beautiful looking. I actually, believe it or not, was able to use diorite, which I think looks kind of good. I can't believe I'm saying it. Herringbone planks, which is so fire looking. I love that. The chiseled floor of the bookshelves, and actually, look at this door and listen. Oh, it's big and it's massive. You want to build a dungeon? No big deal. It actually works too. You can interact with it, and when it's closed, you can't walk through it, just like a normal door. Also, alongside that, we have these cool fancy little things called door trim. Maybe you're like trying to build a doorway and you want to make it look like nice and fancy. Go ahead and put the door trim around it, put the door on the inside, and there you go. You're kind of weird from out here, but now when it comes to sprucing this thing up, I have options on options on options. I could do this all day long. Let's speed through some of my favorites. Beds. Maybe you're looking for a bit of an upgrade. You're tired of the old one? Oh, yeah. And it comes in every color, too. Adorable. Absolutely perfect plushies. I'm just going to end up filling my house with all of these stuffed animals. A stove. A kitchen in the bedroom? Yeah, why not? We got a stove, and we got a sink. Maybe a staircase to my non-existent second story? Oh, it's perfect. If you haven't noticed, I was kind of envisioning a window there, but I wanted curtains on the window. If it wasn't for the glass ceiling, it would end up getting really dark in here, so we need a floor lamp. I don't know what it is with the grandfather clocks, specifically like the floor ones in general, but I'm absolutely obsessed with them. Like, I always have been. I like it. We've got a tall standing one, much taller than me, and we've got a shorter one that I could put on, like, the shelf or something. On the outside of the build, I need to decorate the yard up a little bit. After all, the only tragedy about this thing, it looks like a spyglass stand, is you can't interact with it. Imagine if you could, like, interact with that and look around. I've been talking about it since the spyglass was added. Please, Mojang, please. Oh, wow. The wall is looking a little bare, so maybe a flag. Maybe a random beam that actually connects to things, because heck, why not at the top add a little bit more detail? And then over here was kind of the kitchen, so I kind of think I need a copper pipe. Oh, wow. And the pipes, I was thinking kitchen and all, but the pipes actually connect to the beams too. And they could be copper.
1 hour later.
So this little thing that I built is just something I threw together really quick. You could probably spend a little bit more time and make it even fancy, but even spending not too much time at all, because of the quality of these decorations, I feel like it all kind of just comes together nicely. A harp, listen. Oh yeah, you can interact with it. Over here, this is an aquarium, a fish tank, but I didn't put anything in it. This was the stove. If you were wondering if I can interact with the stove, unfortunately, no interacting there. The clock, if I let the day cycle move, the clock would make noises at certain times of the day. Amazing, amazing. Yeah, midnight, it's perfect. All right, but let's just say it was like nighttime or something. I have this lamp, I want to interact and light it up. Yeah, I can interact and light it up, and look at how the light like fades out of the lamp. That's so cool looking. Also, it provides like quite a bit of light. Like my whole apartment right here is like lit up nice and bright. The bed at nighttime, I want to maybe sleep. I can interact with the bed, and sure enough, it's like an actual real working bed, and it's morning. This block right here is called the basket of potatoes. More on that in a second, though. The things like, say, a staircase, you could actually definitely walk up the staircases as well. I do find that you need to jump a little bit sometimes, but, like, to be honest, the aesthetics, it's no big deal. The aesthetics make up for it. The curtains, they're closed now. It's morning. We want to go ahead and open them, interact with them, they open. Another one that I really love is right here on the ground. It's a decorated carpet. I think I mentioned it in like the potato showcase video or something, but the idea of patterned carpets coming to Minecraft, kind of like wallpapers, like that's such a cool idea. But anyways, this time we'll go ahead and take a walk outside, and oh wow, not only do I have another cushion right here, so I can like sit down and take in the smells, but wow, it's not just like furniture and really cool wardrobe that you can store things inside of. No. It goes everywhere, all over Minecraft. I've got a hammock that will function as a bed, and I've got plants on plants on plants. I am so amazed, so impressed with this add-on. If you want to see a part 2, tab like, I could definitely do it. When I scroll through this thing, I see tons and tons of decorations, and if it's a wood thing, like for example a wardrobe, it's going to come in every single wood type in the game. But as something of an IRL plant lover, the plants stick out to me. There are so many different plant variants. Like you've always wanted to spice up that build a little bit. Like I say, the build's not finished, so you detail the outside of it, well, you're never going to have a problem detailing the outside of it again. Also, I've got these sweet vines that grow on the side of the building, and look at the roof right here. You notice anything? It's insane, because going into this pack right here, I thought I was expecting just decorations, but no. There are so many new blocks. The roof blocks are another one of my favorite ones, so it's almost like a staircase, except it's properly slanted. If I go ahead and turn it just like a staircase, it'll actually turn, and if I wanted to, I could do like a roof slanting upwards too. They're rotational blocks, which is really, really cool. Imagine building like a build with like a platform or something like that. It almost right off the bat makes me think of like a stage, or even like some Skyrim altar vibe sacrificial table, right? That's insane. Decor is cool and all, but the blocks are really catching my eye here. I was taking a look at the different wood types in the game, you know, the vanilla ones, and I found different versions of the vanilla wood. For the cherry wood, for example, cherry chiseled planks, then we've got herringbone planks, and then we have the tile, then we have vertical, and then finally we have patterned right there. Look up a different wood type, and yeah, decorations on decorations, you want them? You've got them. Now, you might remember a while ago, we took a look at the farming add-on that adds over 160 new crops, trees, and things like that to the game. Well, like we saw from that trader earlier on, farming happens inside of this add-on too, and they didn't even say. So you start your garden off just like you usually would. In survival Minecraft, you put the farmland down, you put the water down, whatever. Then you find some of these new seeds, maybe you buy them from the merchant we saw earlier on. You could go ahead and plant these seeds and then bone meal the seeds to speed them up. And yeah, sure enough, there's like actual new crops and food that you can farm inside of this pack too. Like everything that this does, it's it's almost not even fair. Another amazing thing that I found is the idea of combining different types of resources. For example, combining granite and andesite, or prismarine and diorite. Yeah, so I haven't taken the time to count or anything, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and have to trust him with this one. Over 1,000 high-quality, crisp decorations. Wow, when it comes to building, decorating, farming, and expanding your world, I think this might actually be the best add-on I've checked out so far, and we've checked out a lot of add-ons. Next up, maybe check out this video where we take a look at combining ores and a little bit more. What do you think about the inside of my small house? Call it beautiful, please, and tap that like button while you do that. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been me, Waddles, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.